Good morning, World of Rogues. Erin Rogoff here, ready to talk about books, because what else is there to talk about? A lot of other things, but I want to talk about books this morning, and this afternoon I will be getting ready for a date tonight, so I am super happy about that. Anyway, I wanted to talk about After the Game by Abbi Glines, which is book 3 of the Field Party series. It's about this girl named Riley Young who returns to her small southern hometown with a baby daughter in tow after being raped by her ex-boyfriend's older brother, and no one believes her about the rape, but then Brady Higgins, who was part of the love triangle in book 2, which was Under the Lights, Brady Higgins finally believes Riley, and then they turn to romance, and it's really sweet. And even though the book covers a dark topic and there are trigger warnings, it still is a really beautiful book, and I really recommend it. My favorite characters, I would have to say, are Riley Young, who is a strong female lead. She went through a horrific experience with her rape, but she kept her daughter Bryony, and I am pro-life, so that's just my opinion on certain things. And she calls Bryony her whole world and raised her with nothing but love, even though Bryony was kind of presented to Riley in a forceful way. I still think it's really beautiful that she kept her daughter, because God willing, I would love kids one day, and I couldn't imagine life again without them once I have them. So anyway, my other favorite character is really sweet. My other favorite character is Bryony, Riley's daughter. She's the face of innocence and loves her mother unconditionally, and that's just so sweet how she wakes up in the mornings right next to Riley in the bed, and she's like, "Mommy, Mama, Mama." It's so cute. And just the way her personality is being written and expanded on in the book, that's really sweet too. And I have two least favorite characters. Rhett Lawton, who raped Riley and then fathered her daughter, and then he abandoned them both. So if there's ever a sequel to this novel following the same storyline, I hope that Rhett suffers for what he did to Riley. And then I also don't like Gunnar Lawton, who believed the word of his brother over the word of his girlfriend. Rhett said that he was drunk and he hooked up with Riley, not that he raped her with a clear head at a high school field party. So that was just like, oh my god, what the heck. I have 3 favorite scenes. One is when Brady told Riley about Gunnar and Rhett's parentage. They both have the same mom, but different dads. Gunnar and Rhett's mom slept with her father-in-law, making Gunnar her, I don't even know how to explain it, but the storyline with the family ties and everything, that gets very complicated, so just be ready for a little bit of confusion. I also liked the scene when Brady took Riley to the football field at their old high school for a midnight date, and then Brady said that he had to send fate a thank you card after having fallen for Riley. And this is one type of romance that I enjoy, if you can believe it. And no, I am not a pod person from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I am the real Erin Rogoff, the only one in her home state, and I do actually enjoy romance books a little bit more than I used to, but I still won't read straight up romance. I mean, this has a football theme, so I'm sticking with that instead of just the plain romance theme. But I also like young adult fiction, so that's also a theme. Anyway, getting back to the book review, I also liked the scene when Brady finally told the words, "I love you," and Riley said earlier that she doesn't take the words "I love you" so lightly, and neither do I, so I think Riley is a really strong character all around. I totally look up to her in this book series, and I would love to see more of the series after the 4th book, Losing the Field. And then my one least favorite scene was when Rhett Lawton followed Riley and Bryony to the park to say that Bryony was his own daughter, but that he didn't want to be a dad himself because he had no dad character for him, even though his dad was either his biological father or his grandfather. See how confusing it is? That's just my point. I also have 3 quotes that I like. One is, "You just have to find it deep inside." It's there, the strength. We all have it, but it lies dormant until we need it. Then we look for it and use it. And Riley said that to Brady. And then another quote that I like is, okay, I get that. Better than most, I guess. But I did need someone. West is my someone. I think everyone needs someone. That was a quote from Maggie to her cousin Brady. And then the third quote I like, I don't actually have the third quote written down. Oh well. My rating is 5 out of 5 stars, hands down, or hands up in the air like a party. And then I also wanted to just say that I faced bullying all throughout high school, and it was the worst 4 years of my life. I actually went through a really rough patch, and I'm not going to get into that, but some bad things did happen, which caused me to, leave school for 2 weeks, and then I was homeschooled the rest of the school year. And that was the best time ever of the entire high school experience. So even now, 4 years later, I still have really bad memories of high school harassment and bullying. But this series, the Field Party series, so Until Friday Night, Under the Lights, After the Game, and Losing the Field, these books have actually shown me that I can read books about high school again without having really bad flashbacks or traumatic memories or even nightmares. But my experience with high school was not as bad as Riley's, but it was still really bad, and I don't know. With this series, there's just something about it that I really like, even though it's based in high school. And my brother, he actually, when I started reading the series, he's like, oh my god, this is incredible. And I'm like, yeah, this is really unexpected. And then my brother, he's actually graduating from high school on the 21st, and I'm going back to the school where I graduated 4 years ago, and my brother, he really hopes that things are going to be fine between us, and then fine between me and everyone else, so we'll just see what happens. But until then, I will definitely be finishing the Field Party series. So anyway, that is it for today. I've told you enough about my personal life. If you liked this video, subscribe to my BookTube channel to get more videos like this, and have a good day, everyone!